Hello traders. Today I'm gonna go through a few trades I've taken. Um, Basically, the last couple of weeks haven't really had a time to uh, do a proper video of every trade that I found during the day, but we definitely had some trades here, and I'm gonna go through them, and I'm gonna try to get back to more frequent videos going forward. I'll also mark some trades during these clips, but we start with 2 losses actually, and so after a huge leg down here, however you want to draw it, we saw something that climbed back up. So we saw the leg up, and I saw a break, and I also had this triple test. I wanted to test this if we could trade it, so I entered here when the bar was super bearish, and then it just turned in the end and resulted in a loss. But I did not really see it as, because I saw the break and I was like, yeah, well, that's the new high right there. And then no matter how I draw this, it feels like we should turn down, especially we had so weak pullbacks here. 2 legs, 1 leg, kind of, there's 3 legs here-ish, but it does run down all the way. I was thinking that we could keep pushing, but of course we should return to some mean, like a mean reversion on maybe the 10,000 tick chart or whatever. So this pullback does make some kind of sense, in my opinion. And it could also be like, yeah, we want to attract back to where a lot of volume was traded, and it was more here or in this area. There's a lot of volume traded. We attract back. We use this as a triple test or whatever you want to call this instead. And this becomes some kind of rejection, and it just runs down, right? And then I got in here for a long, no, for a short, sorry. So essentially, I thought that this was this bar well, right here confirmed. Actually, this bar previous is the second entry short, but that one gets stopped out immediately. But I thought that this bar confirmed it. I was like, okay, if we get back to this area, I'm gonna go short, and it just instantly turned on me. And then I thought I redrawn this. I kind of deleted this redraw. Maybe this one is a bit too narrow. Maybe that is better, perhaps. Something around here. Yeah, I don't know exactly, but draw something like this. If we get a clean break here, then it runs down, and we get a new low. Perhaps that's the... Maybe have to do even more granular analysis of this. I don't know, it's hard. This one is harder when it gets down here, so I should not really go short here. Because essentially, we should draw like this. We're in this fresh trend here. So that is one of my weaknesses. I really need to draw these uptrends again. But that's 2 losses there. Let's continue. So as for full transparency, we have some stats here. 75% win rate last week, but my this is so small you probably can't see it, but my RR or win-loss average is 0.66, which is bad, really bad. I just find myself taking like one contract sometimes, and I get a win, and then I take a 3 contract and I lose. So that just screws up my whole uh, RR. But the win rate is so high, so obviously we have nice net profit. Sharp ratio is 9. Profit factor is over 2, which is also nice. You need over 1 at least, right? A lot of trades, but that is just scaling in, so you can divide these by 3, but that is also only within a week of not all days trading, so it's a lot of trades, right? And some trades I just enter exit quick because I kind of second guess or like reanalyze and try to, you know, see if the trade is actually good or not. However, we have some other trades here I want to go through, and here we kind of have a range here playing here, and it's still in play. I'd say you just have to adjust what is healthy for the range and what is not. But this was I treated this as a lower high because it was, but I was waiting for this bar, right? And I wanted it straight out after this one. Like I wanted this to be a full bearish bar, then I would have been very confident in this trade. Still a lower high, good. I exited right after this bar. So exit there. And it rolled down. Only ended with 2 contracts because of the situation. But, well, because of the range, I was quite confident that we could keep going down, and we did. However, now I skipped my first trade here. Sorry about that. First trade is very simple. Here we have a super healthy range. You can trade so much here. I did not, but you can. Whoa, what happened? There we go. Yeah. Channel here. We get a break. First entry, down, second entry, enter here. But you know, we're at the top of the range. You have to be kind of careful. But when you see, this is super important. You could have, this is super good. This trade. Like that is easily 1 to 1, 80, 1 to 2. You can easily get 1 to 3 there or something. Or yeah, 1 to 3. When you get this big leg, it very rarely pushes down instantly, like to the other side. You can see this. I mean, this is a bit more choppy, right? You have a lower high. But still, even if you push like this is a deeper pullback, but it's also a first entry, second entry. If you want to be really, really aggressive. But that works because these sharp legs, when you're in a range, most of the time it's gonna move in two. However, that may looks very different every time. And here we just started, so it's like and I don't know, maybe that is a small range. I don't know, you can't really draw it like this. But we do break above it somehow and it just pushes up, right? And then we take the short. So that's 2 other trades. Let's move on to another. Okay, so here we actually have a loss that I really thought would be a nice trade, right? So overall, you have kind of rangy here. It's kind of rangy, but then you push hard up. There's a lot of other trades here, right? But we gotta focus on this one. move so much. Okay. So a big leg up, break, break, and we push up again. We get a leg down, however you draw this, it's up to you, but get a leg down, new short, but the pullback is so weak, and we use this as support. Maybe there's some kind of triple test there you can maybe go on, but you get a new channel, which is, sorry, yo, stop. We get a new channel, we get a first entry, second entry. That was too hot here. It's just, I remember it was like 200 ticks left. I was like, yeah, I'm going long now. But it pushed, so in this case you have to wait. Unless you push above this, right here. Then you can go. Oh. Push above this, then you can go. But if you're here, you have to wait for the full channel at least, or full bar, sorry. And we got stopped. Here. I also wanted to treat it as a lower high, because that's what it is. It's really nice lower high, right? But then some people might say, yeah, but you have a head and shoulder here. So however, that's a loss. We can't predict everything. So here we have the last one that I want to go through. Uh, so if you're really advanced, you can take this trade, right? It's really good. Because I don't think there is... I mean, maybe this channel's in play, right? I don't like to draw small channels like that. Maybe draw it like this. I don't know. So maybe this one isn't that